here in deep South Texas with omerglitch. So it's morning, late morning, mid afternoon. For me, we're gonna continue with our 50 for 50 on the Batman head sketches. Here's all the previous ones we've done thus far. And oh god, this sketchbook is quite unruly to deal with. So here's all the previous ones. Of course, I did these in 2015. Back in the days, and these are the more modern ones here. Let me put this over here. So, did these, and then recently, yesterday, we did this one, and this one, and might have been the day before yesterday, and then I did a few of these yesterday. I did like 5 or 6 yesterday. Or 4. I don't even remember anymore. I think I did these 4 yesterday. So just trying to draw different Batman head sketches for a giveaway inspired by Jim Lee back in the day at San Diego Comic-Con. He did it for like 3 or 4 years and he would hide the sketches. But he stopped doing it because people would just constantly just follow him around the whole place to see when he would put one down. So the scavenger art hunt, he stopped doing it because of that. And then like as soon as he'd do that, like the people who were following him would put it on eBay immediately and they would sell like for $2,000-$3,000. So he stopped doing it. As far as I know, that's the story. And you would have to follow him on Instagram to see where because he'd give you a clue, right? He'd take a photo of where it was at. But like the last year he did it, like he had people vultures on him constantly every time he went somewhere. So he had a real hard time trying to put him down and take a photo because as soon as he would leave, they already knew where it was because they were just watching him the whole time. So we're going to do this with Crow Quill and brush and the inkers stinkers, which I'll put here so you can see me ink. The India inks. Let me turn this other computer. Let me turn this other computer on. Yeah, lots of Batman right now on the channel because of this project here. Lots of Batman. Do you like a Batman? You like a fat man and a Batman? Do you? I want to thank all those of you that watch, all the shares, likes, follows, and subscribes. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much. We've hit 1K subs, and then we lost subs immediately. But once you hit it, you get it, and we're fully monetized. I'm opening the bottle of Inky Stinkies here. Inkies and Stinkies. All right, so I forgot to put the at omerglitch thing here, and we'll continue with these here. So we're gonna do 50 Batman, and I think I'm at 38. Yeah, 38. So I need 12 more sketches. So let me put these off to the side here so you can kind of see them, and then we're gonna finish this one here. Yeah, we got that, and we'll put that over. We'll put it somewhere. We'll put it over. Let me move this over here. I'll put it there so you can kind of sit there. Let's see, did I miss anything on 27? So 27's done. Finishing up 28 here. All right. Yeah, these two I'm trying to follow, like Bob Kane's Batman logo from the early days, on the early Batman or detective logo. Yeah, like the first 10 issues of Batman on or Detective Comics. Like Batman looks really different. He's got big fat ears. Um, yeah, he's just drawn really different. And they keep that on the logo, like the original Batman from Detective, for a long time, like 10 years before they adopt a new Batman logo and clean it up and streamline everything and make it to the modern current or the current Batman, because he quickly changes after the first 10 issues. So after the first year, Batman really gets streamlined and and he's for the lack of a better word, he's drawn more consistent and more generic, as opposed to like the very unique initial drawings by Bob Kane. And like because he becomes more streamlined, he's easier to draw and he's more consistently drawn. Also, the bat ears shrink down. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's all very interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, like there's a lot of I don't know, controversy discussions about you know Batman's early origins and who created what, and you know, do the other guys really deserve any credit because they were all work for hire for Bob King Studios? Blah blah blah. What's up, Creon? Creon says hi, hi, bro. I'm the only person. Yes, you are currently the only person. There's 5 people watching though, but you're currently the only one talking, Creon. Thanks for saying so. Thank you, you beautiful souls out there who are watching, the lurkers and the herkers. You're beautiful souls out there. I appreciate you immensely. The Will says I'm lurking and smirking. Thank you, Will. Appreciate you, bud. You know I do, right? Thank you, whoever's hitting the emojis out there. Muchísimas gracias. What's up, Jediah? Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and your family are doing great. Nice to see you in the chat. If anyone doesn't know Jediah, he's a really awesome artist, and he really likes to draw monsters. So go check out Jediah. I don't know if you're posting on YouTube your monster drawings, but he's got a huge following on TikTok and Facebook too, I think. So go check out Jediah for cool monsters, really dope monsters. But I mean, he's just a good artist in general. I'm not saying anything specific. His monsters are awesome. But yeah, very talented, Humano. Thanks for being here, buddy. Muchos apreciados. Oh, I gotta shout out Bat Merc. Trying to help the dude get monetized on YouTube. He has the subs, but he doesn't have enough watch time. I'll drop his YouTube channel. If you could go watch a video or comment on a video and watch it. Maybe let one of his playlists play overnight so he could get some watch time. That's what he really needs, the watch time. I've been playing his stuff for the last 24 hours, almost, actually 36 hours, going on 48, to try to help the guy out. So if we can hack the system that's hacking us, let's do it. Get that monies. get the free money, like not free money, but like get advertising money from advertisers instead of like always asking for super chats or stuff. And if we can hack the system every couple of months and be like, hey guys, we need 3 to 10 people to go here and give watch time so we can make an extra $30 in advertising or something. I'm so close to hitting the $100 threshold because YouTube will only send you money when you've reached just over $100. So maybe we could hack the system and be like, hey guys, I'm at like $66. I need $30. Can we get some people to give me some watch time so I can make the other $30? Hack the system. They hack us. And then at the same time, if you could trigger anything, it'll help promote you, and the algorithm will promote you over on their front page or whatever they do, or to advertisers or whatever, because your videos are getting watch time and play, right? So I would imagine. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it's all speculation, right? It's all. But we'll notice something. I'm sure Bat Merc's YouTube channel here in just a second, but in a couple of days. Also, I'm gonna have people, test it out, see if I can get a boost at some point. But let's focus on other. Not everything's about me. I try to help other people too. Um, I really do. I really do try. So if anybody needs a little bit of help on the YouTubes, I've already got a list. We're 6 months out. I'm gonna try to do one a month. Might move to 2 a month to try to help people, get subs and monetization. And the little DM group I got over on the Xers to help them out. Of course, if you're someone I know, like Jediah, if you need any help, or I don't even know, I should just check your YouTube channel. You're probably already gargantuan over there on the YouTubes with all your talents. Like, I don't need your help, Omer. I'm bigger than you. I'm already a YouTube star, influencer, YouTuber. You're a loser compared to me, Omer. You're too kind, my friend. You're too kind, he says. Good to see you, Jediah. Let's go to Jediah's YouTube channel. We'll keep, oh, yeah, lots of shorts. Yeah, lots of video gameplay. Yeah, go check out Jediah. Let me drop Jediah's YouTube channel. Let me turn, he needs subscribers. He's got 28 videos. But yeah, lots of shorts to watch. Yeah, let me drop Jediah, give him some play. Maybe we can get him a couple of subscribers. If you're on a PC, you'll be able to click the link on Jediah so that you can see his YouTube channel. If you're on the mobile, it's a lot harder. I don't even think you can click on the person's name to go to their channel. But if you're on a PC, I think you can. Sub to Jed. I always call him Jedi because that's how I learned Jediah. Sub to Jediah. I'm just gonna put Jedi. Here's his channel. Yeah, known Jediah. Ooh, it seems like 15, 20 years now, Jediah. I don't know. We met on Facebook, and between 10 to 20 years, it's been a long time. It's just so weird. Let me drop Bat Merc's channel as well. We're trying to get Bat Merc the watch time. He needs some love. He's got 1,150 subs, which is 150 more than me. And he ain't got the watch time because he ain't got the retention. Why? He doesn't stream enough consistently over a good amount of time. That's what it is. If you space it out, you don't get that watch time. But he's working. He's a full-time worker. He's working hard. I'm gonna put over here sub to Bat Merc. and watch some of his videos or playlists, some of his videos or playlists because he needs watch time. He needs help a guy out. Help a guy out. Yeah, so when you try to get a monetization on YouTube, you got to have watch time and subs. And if you're missing one, it's really hard to get that one. Like it's I don't know what happens. It's like you get stuck in limbo. And either you have the subs or you have the watch time and you can't get the subs. It's so weird. It's easier to get the subs though if you have the watch time. But if you have the subs and you don't have the watch time, it's really hard to get that watch time. Like really hard. And people get stuck in that limbo sometimes where they can like grow to 10,000 subscribers, but they don't have the watch time still. And it's like, how do you not have the watch time? It's 4,000 hours. The subscriber count goes up, but nobody watches, you know? They'll watch like 10 seconds and it's just not enough. You don't get enough people retentioning over the whole video or your whole videos that you post. They'll only watch like the first 10 seconds of it. It's so weird. It's like, how does that happen? So, how do you not have enough retention or attention to get people to watch for even 30 seconds? So that helps. Like, if you can talk your way into getting people to stay and watch your stuff. Let's see. Let me post this here. So there's Batmerk's YouTube channel. Trying to help him. I'm going to consistently help him all this week and just try to talk about him and put his channel out there. So beautiful souls like you all can go out there and help a Batmerk out if you get a chance. Give him that watch time. If you like Conan, he's got a lot of Conan content out there. He's also an artist. He draws. He's got a book that's coming out soon that he funded on Kickstarter called Hell War. I'm a backer. I have some fan art in there too that I submitted. Actually, it's these two pieces here. I can show them to you. I got Hell War himself right here. I am Hell War. I will bathe in your blood. So this is Hell War. And then we have Hell Nora. So I made these two pieces that are going to be in the book. Yeah. Cool stuff. Pretty fun. Yeah, I've got a lot of printed stuff out there in the indie comic space. Made a lot of fan art, and I've entered a couple of contests here and there. And yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that's out there in the indie space that's been printed that I've made. So. And there's a lot of stuff that I've made too that doesn't get printed. So. And then I'm guessing the creators don't really like the fan art because either I didn't do a great enough job. Sometimes I just can't get into the characters, man. I just don't get them. I don't. There's a couple I just like. This character's dumb. And I hate to say that, or oh God, what's up with this design? It's terrible. And I just don't really like the character. And a lot of it is because I don't know anything about the character. So I can't attach myself to it. But the more I learn about the characters, the more I can like them, you know. But yeah, there's just a couple out there that I think their design sucks. Like it's just terrible. The color schemes are terrible. They got horrible fucking hairstyles. They got crappy costumes. Their powers are weird, or I just don't understand them. It's because, like, that's the main thing. I don't know anything about stories. And whenever I talk to the creators, they don't have a good way of explaining it. So I'm like, still, I don't get attached to them. And I'm just like, you know, the creator kind of sucks at explaining his own character. So that's worse. I'm like, I'm not really interested. And I'm just like, well, you know, that's a failure of the creator. They don't have they're pitched down. They don't know how to sell it. And I'm just like, well, that explains why the character sucks. Or why I'm not connected, you know? And yeah, and I always think it's me, right? It's me. No, it's the creator. They suck. They suck at pitching it. They suck at, and I hate. I mean, I'm not talking about anyone specifically, but if that's kind of like happening and like people aren't interested in your character, you gotta retool how you pitch your character. Let me lower this music down. I feel like I'm screaming at myself. Screaming at myself. Yeah, it's because the creator write. Usually, they're just a writer is the problem too. Like, if you're just a writer, you like don't have any personality. It's like, get a personality, man. Go do something cool in your life and then write about it. You just can't osmosisly. You can, I mean, but it's lame. Osmosisly read things and vicariously live it. Like, a lot of writers live in their head, you know. They don't even go out into the world and experience things. The really good writers do. The lame ones don't. So yeah, writers are. You're a dime a dozen, buddy. It's easy to live in your head. Writing, it's not that hard. Mediocre writing is not hard. Shitty writing is even easier. Really good writing is hard, really hard. And above average writing, it's achievable if you have enough life experience and you're not a total moron. Sure. A little college experience or a full college experience goes a long way. Not that that's a requirement or necessary, but a life experience goes a long way when in writing. And I'm not even a writer, and I don't even care about writing. I just know it doesn't take a genius to get good at it or to I don't know. Pick up drawing if you're just a writer. Might as well learn, get an extra skill. I mean, it's not hard. Just practice and practice. But I do believe now that there are some people that can't make art. They just can't visualize. They don't have the skills and the brain to see things the way artists see things. But there are a couple of people out there who are non-visual people, like don't have the visualization skill in their head where they can't see it in their head, and they're pretty good artists. They just muddle through. It's possible. But there's some people who just can't draw. Like they just can't do it, or they're stuck on the fact that they can't do it. But I don't know. I believe that now. I never believed that before. As a teacher, I never believed that. I thought everybody could do it. But there's just some people that are really bad at it. And I don't know if it's their self-confidence or what, but maybe they're just genetically predisposed to not being able to do it. And it's possible now. I think it's possible. I believe that it's possible now. Because of the whole visualization thing that it's been proven, you know, that there's some people who can't really see it. So maybe they can't really be artistically creative in that way. In creating images. You know, just out of your head. And granted, it doesn't start off that way. That's the funny thing. Like, okay, maybe as a kid it starts off that way, but as you grow older and you try to study it, that's not how you learn how to make art. And at least in an academic setting or in an art class, it all starts with referencing, tracing. When you're a little kid or a baby, you make it all up because you don't have any experiences of the world. And you just, oh, this is what a giraffe looks like, and they all look like dogs. Or this is what a cow looks like, and they all look like your dogs and your cows and your giraffes all look like cows. You know, it's not because you're using imagination there, and to your little feeble baby brain, that's what you understand. So it's not, once you start doing representational art or trying to imitate or stylized representational art, which is a cartoony version of what's real, it doesn't just come out of thin air. You can't, it's almost impossible to do anything that looks really representational in the sense of lifelike. because you could do abstract representation all day long without having any skills or knowledge of what it looks like in specific sense. You could do like a shape and like, oh, this dog shape is a giraffe cow, just like when you were a little kid, a baby, or a 6-year-old, 7-year-old. So so even that, like I'm saying, it doesn't come out of nowhere. You have references. You have other cartoon references to look at to build your skills. It just yeah, I think a lot of people forget that it doesn't just come out of thin air. You look at something, you have a photograph, you trace something. Like when I was a little kid, the only I think I should credit a lot more to this, but I mean I always used to draw in color and everything. So I don't know, maybe not. But one of the ways I think better at art, I thought I got better at it, and it helped me kind of understand how to make art a little bit more when I was in middle school, junior high. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons came out, and I would record the cartoons onto VHS tapes, and I would pause the show. And I would take regular writing paper, tape it to the television. These are old school TVs, right? It's got the tubes in the back. It's not these digital flat screen TVs. It's big old bulky TVs. Anyways, I take it and the TVs had a curve in them. Like they have a curve on them. So I tape my it's very slight, right? These glass, they were all glass and they had slight curves in them. Well, anyways, I taped my writing paper with blue lines, right? And I traced the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the television, and that's how I started drawing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's how I got into comic books. Because one day, shortly after seeing the TMNT's cartoons on the television, we went down to the local gas station, and they had a spinner rack with comic books. And lo and behold, what did they have? Tons of Archie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic books, and then Avengers and X-Men and Spider-Man and Batman and Superman. So naturally, I started buying the TMNT, and then I had to buy Spider-Man too because I loved Spider-Man as a kid, but I didn't even know comic books existed. So started there, and then I noticed they had at the supermarket. They have the big magazine racks, and in there they had every once in a while there was like one row where they had 2 or 3 comic books, and they had Spider-Man and like X-Men and like Captain America, and the supermarket didn't have, well, no, they had Archie too. Yeah, they had some Archie, and then they had like digest forms of Archies by the cash registers at the supermarket, but like the convenience store had a different set usually of monthlies from Marvel and DC versus the supermarket. Usually they had 1 or 2 that crossed over where like they both had Batman or they both had like Spider-Man for sure, So we got 28 done, 26 is done here, 27 is done. So we got 27, 28. Let's do 29 here. Let's see. I'm gonna do 2 of them at once. At least try to. So I'm gonna outline. There's a lot of black, so I'm gonna ink these with the brush. But I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let me do all the line work first, just the outlining, and then I'll fill it in with all the black. Let's see. There's some comments here that Ms. Jada says, or overthink things. Yeah. Sorry, I should have read that earlier. Yeah. But yes, in overthinking things, yes, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you'll stop yourself from making art or creating something if you overthink things, absolutely. Yeah, you just got to dive in, no fear. You got to kind of tap into that when you were a kid and didn't care. Also, you have to be careful what other people say that may influence you negatively. And just do your own thing. Because people are dumb sometimes and they don't know how to properly convey, unless they're just trying to be jerks. It's really, really easy to be a jerk to an artist. Just tell them they suck. You'll create a complex in them all the time, unless they're confident enough that your words don't mean anything. But even when you think you didn't do anything, even a confident artist, tell them they suck. Your art sucks. Oh, you'll destroy their ego so bad. Like even if you think you didn't, you'll give them a complex, and an hour later, they'll think about it and be like, "Oh, that guy was an asshole. He said my art sucks." Like even the greatest artists. Say you knew Leonardo da Vinci or freaking Michelangelo or shit Rob Liefeld or Todd McFarlane. You go up to him and be like, "Your art sucks, dude." Todd, I hate your work. It's so terrible. All the noodling you do, it's oh god, it's over. Go to Jim Lee. And Jim Lee, I think Rob, Todd, and Jim would probably give you static. Uh, Todd would probably be the most. Well, Todd and Jim would probably be the most what is it called? Amicable about it. They'd be like, "Oh, thank you for letting me know. I hope you have a great day." Real salesman, like they'd both be like that. But deep down inside, they'd be like, "Fuck you, asshole." Rob would be easily he'd tell you off. Like he'd say, "Oh, you're an asshole. Get out of here." Um, but yeah, any art, like even me, I'd be like, "Oh, you dick." But being on the internet, I've thick skin and all. You just let it slide. Probably for like 10 minutes, think about it. I'm like, "Oh, that guy's a jerk. What a fucking asshole." uh, but yeah, you want to give an artist a complex, even for 10 minutes. Yeah, tell them they suck, or and that's just fucking around. But that's another thing too. Like, especially if it's a stranger, you're gonna be like, "Oh God, what? Why does a stranger think that? I don't even know them." So that's where it's worse. But if it's a friend, you're like, "Oh, he's fucking with me, right? He has to be. Why is he talking shit about my logo? He's got to be fucking with me." What? I thought it was good. He said he liked it last month. I had rose tinted glasses on. I'm sorry. But yeah. And that goes with any creative person. You want to fuck with a musician? Tell them they're terrible. Tell them they're terrible. Yeah, somebody who does hell. You got an auntie who does yarn work, and she's like she's real creative with her yarn. Tell her it sucks. Uh, that you just mess with people's confidence in something they're good at. You got a buddy who's an engineer or like a designer, or they create software for something. Tell them their programs are terrible. You got an interior decorator, designer person. Tell them, "Oh God, your color palette's so out of whack. I don't know what's happening here." You can't help it but be affected. It's just human nature. But yeah, so be careful and always kind of keep that in the back of your head. And once you kind of figure, it won't bother you. It shouldn't. And you just chalk it up to, oh, like they're having a worse day than me. So they're just shitting on everybody. And a lot of times that's most likely the case. When people are negative like that, it's because they got something horrible going on in their own life, or their life sucks. It has nothing to do with you most of the time. So they're just angry at the world because they ain't getting what they want, and they want everybody else to feel their pain. Yeah, yappity, 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 omerglitch. Let's see, Jedi says, I don't seek fame, just doodles. Nice, that's good. That's good. I seek it all, Jedi. I want it all. I want to become rich and famous off the comic art, off the arties. I'm just kidding. I mean, I ain't gonna say no to success. That's what it takes. You gotta get all the monies so I can get all the honeys. Let's see. What else? They can overthink things. Everyone, our journey is different. You have to crawl before you walk. Yeah, absolutely, sure. But yeah, you have to put the work in too. Like it doesn't. Yeah, look, there's talent, and some people have talent, and there's a lot of things that are attributed to talent. It's not just it's not so innate, you know. There's a lot of things people do that increase their ability to draw and understand distance, space, shape, and form. Like if you people that are really good at like baseball, football, volleyball, they have that special awareness of between speeds and objects. They're usually pretty good at drawing because they have that sense of depth of field. Um, yeah, usually, unfortunately, people who are athletic have a good sense of depth of field. When runners are usually pretty good at drawing. Um, weightlifters, I would say, are pretty good at drawing. Wrestlers are really good at drawing. It's it's and it's it you know the mind body shape connection thing. People who have are good at athletics or even just they like to work out, be physical. Um, we know that already about 80 to 90% is visualization when you're working out, and if you can visualize your bulk, your muscles, that's already 90% of art right there. The visualization aspect, um, getting bulked up, bulking up, hulking out, building muscle, it's visualization. So people who do karate, taekwondo, gymnastics, even like roller skating, like as a hobby, like you're not a professional or anything. Like even just doing all those as fun exercises. People who are good at music are usually pretty good at drawing or art because music does require visualization, and anything that requires you kind of foreseeing future things you have to do to make the present happen. Oh God, I did a drop. Oh, I like that. Can we get some more? Can we get some more? Let's see. Oh, I could put splatter now. Yeah, a little bit of splatter. Yeah. Now I want to go back and splatter all the other ones. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, yeah, whatever you do, if it requires a little visualization and you get decent at it and you can see it, yeah, you're probably good at, or can draw decent. It doesn't mean you're good. I mean, it means you can probably get good at it. It means that, yeah, that's all. That's all it means. But you could probably do it. Okay, let me put this one aside, and then we'll brush these up both at the same time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, let's see. It's 1:08. We'll go till maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock. So you guys saw the chat there. I'll get it in 1 second here. Oh, if you're new here and you see X's, usually like X's in artwork, means fill in with black. Just in case you didn't know that, in comic books, it's a shorthand that's used to tell an inker if you're a penciler. Usually, there's two people that do the artwork. It's a penciler and an inker. Uh, More common artists or bigger artists often like to ink themselves, so they do both jobs and get both pay. That's another reason to ink your own stuff. You make all the monies. But yeah, that's what the X's mean. Let's see. The Will says you can draw well and not be a good artist. You can draw poorly and be a great artist. Whoa, yeah. Well, if you're talking about like getting into abstract art and conceptual art and like cubism or surrealism or I don't know, all the isms out there, conceptualism, or hell, you could be a woman in the current state of things in the art field and get lots of notoriety just because you got a vagina. That works too. But if you're a white man, you can you could kiss your ass goodbye because they don't like you no more. They don't like the rich. They don't want to make any more rich white men. Now, if you're black and you're a woman and you're trans and all that good stuff, they'll be happy to give you millions of dollars and make you a famous artist. Make you a famous artist out in the Christies, out in the Sotheby's and all that. Yeah, the whole art market is, when you get to that kind of status, you talk about New York City and, what's it called? The MoMA and then the other stupid place or whatever. It's all rigged. It's all also a lot of it's money laundering, and they decide who's comeuppance. It's not a thing about there is no what's it called? It's not about skill. But now you can find your own self-validation, self-worth, and self-creation via the internet. Even though I think there's still some stuff in the background that they decide too, who's going to make it. But if you do enough grinding, I think people can make it, Yeah, but the system's rigged out there. It's just like Hollywood. They decide. And if you jump on the couch and you get, well, what are you willing to do to become a famous artist? It's the same bullshit. Same wackos. It's like all rich people, money, power, corrupts, and they all act like weirdos. But the same problem Hollywood has, same problem New York has in the art world. Or it's just the way the rich are. They're just disgusting human beings. Not all of them, but most of them. They're just pieces of shit. I guess that's what the rich affords. It allows you to be a disgusting human being. Let's see. Awesome Batman cards. What's up, Sheldon Martin? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, go check out Sheldon Martin's. I know I have it in the description of. It might be in the description of this video. Not too sure. But Sheldon Martin's got a Occult Descent. Oh, I don't know if I showed you, Sheldon, but I finished coloring one of the artworks. Let's see if I can get it here and share it with you. I scanned it. I'll be sending it to you soon. Sheldon Martin's Occult Descent. Go check it and buy it today. It's over on the Kickstarters. Is there a late pledges available on Occult Descent, Sheldon? If they are, you can still go back it, get it, check it before you wreck it. Occult Descent. Go get it today. On the Kickstarter. Send them all your monies. And thank you for the compliments on the Batman cards. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how many ways I could draw Batman head sketch type characters, Batman-ese. Again, this whole project was inspired by Jim Lee's back in the day, Jim Lee's used to do San Diego Comic Con, and he would do like an art scavenger hunt, and he would drop off little. Usually it was 11 by 8.5 by 11 size, roughly, or half that size, little head sketches. So wherever he'd go throughout the con, he'd look for a place where he could maybe hide one, and he would put the piece there, and and he'd photograph it on Instagram, and then he would ask people to go find it, right? But he did that for 2 or 3 years, or maybe 4 years, but he stopped doing it because once he started the scavenger hunt, people just started following him around constantly, and he never had time to hide the artwork, so he just stopped doing it. And they were, as soon as they would find it, they would put it on eBay and sell it, and they were selling for like $2,000 or $3,000, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna stop." Yeah, so people ruined a good thing because the people that were trying to get it, they were not collectors, they were like resellers, right? The people they were just trying to make money, so they were like paparazzis, basically, for lack of a better way of describing it. It wasn't about the art. It wasn't about collecting comics. They knew he was a famous comic book artist, blah, blah, blah. And they just wanted to resell the artwork, and they didn't care about the art. So he stopped doing it because, yeah, it all gets ruined eventually. You can't keep something like that going. But it was really cool to see it, like, and he, as he prepped for it beforehand. That's pretty cool. So that's where this idea came from. Oh yeah, let me see what they. Oh yeah, a little splatter for the batter, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I want to go back and put some more splatter. Let's go back and put a little splatter on some of these. Ooh. Wait, maybe I should use the brush for this. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Sheldon Martin says, still gotta make my fund my comic page. Starting that tonight. Sweet, dude. Okay, so yeah, late pledges are still available on Kickstarter. Yep, drop a link. Let's see. Okay, Jediah has a wrench. Cool. I just want to make sure. Creon Agione, if you're here more often, we'll get you a wrench eventually. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put a little splatter on some of these. Not all of them, right? Maybe all of them. Since I still gotta ink these here, so. Okay, maybe we'll keep one of these clean, one splatter. Let's see. I think I want this one with splatter because he's mean looking over here. Definitely want to put splatter on this one. We won't do all of them. Let me grab some of the older ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love putting splatter on them. It makes you feel like I'm painting. I think that's why I like to splatter some of these. And of course, I don't know, should we... So these are the really old ones, and I used a lot of brush. So I'm not going to mess with those because they have a lot. But these are the ones I started making on a smaller scale here. And I think the ones that are pre-2015, we won't splatter. We'll only mess with the modern ones, the ones I started this last week. Even though it could be fun, because these are so clean, they need a little... they need a little grit, but I kind of like them clean. Like, not everything has to have splatter, right? Okay, so these are the new ones here. Here's a new one. Yeah, this one could use some splatter. Yeah, I'll throw some splatter on this one. We'll keep that one the way it is. These two, we'll keep them the way they are. Kind of want some splatter on this one. Yeah, let's throw some splatter on this one. We'll keep that one the way it is. We'll keep that one clean. Maybe a little splatter here. A little splatter on this one for sure. And we'll keep that one clean. Okay, I think I got it. Right, clean. Splatter. Let me separate them out. Okay, splatter, no splatter. Splatter, no splatter. No splatter on that one. Splatter on this one. Splatter on this one. No splatter on this one. Okay, we'll do these. Oh, it'll be quick. So no splatter, splatter, splatter. Yeah. And then we'll fill these in over here. All right. I gotta go easy on them. How much? I put in the brush here. Alright, that does it for me on that one. This one's fine. Let's do some of this one here. Yeah, I love that I can put splatter on these. Let's see here. Slightly bigger dots. Definitely got to be careful. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, so these are splatters on the batters, and the other ones aren't. Yeah, so that one's got a couple. Kind of want some big dots over here. There we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see. This one, I kind of want splatter over here. I would like to just put like a big drop. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That works for me. And this one, I kind of like it clean, but it just needs a. This one makes me want to just give it a little grit. Something, at least on this side, just a little. Even if it's like not a whole lot of anything, just I wanna put some big drops here. All right, that's good enough. Woo! Look at all that splatter. Okay, gotta move these out of the way to dry now. It does take a little bit. They do. Okay, so those are all drying. Let me work on these here. Yeah, and then we're gonna. Yeah, we got about. I'll get out of here at about 1:30, 1:35, somewhere on there. Let's see, any new comments? Oh, wow, we got a few more comments here. Sheldon says, Jim Lee took a picture at a restaurant. Too many people disturbed the place. Jim said he couldn't hide anything in a place of business anymore. Lol. Yeah, I could see that happening for sure, yeah. Yeah, and people were just turning them over and selling them on eBay too. It wasn't even fans anymore trying to find the stuff. It was, well, I mean, there were still fans trying to find the stuff, but there was too many like professional slash uh, like money grub hunters on the artwork. Paparazzi type. It was all just for the money. It was art grabbers, and it wasn't fans anymore that were stalking him, to get the artwork. So I think after that he kind of just resided to giving away and doing stuff for the Twitch and Discord, really, you know. And I think there's a Facebook group too where they have a lot of messaging going on. They usually end up talking about the stuff that's happening over on Discord on Facebook. There's a Jim Lee group that actually I think it's a Wildstorm group. The guy who runs is the Dick. Yeah, he's not a very cool guy. He's a smart ass know it all, which is fine because I think he worked at Wildstorm, but he's kind of a dick to a bunch of people, just a prick. Because he can be, not just because he's like he's just kind of like a know-it-all elitist. Oh, I know everything about one. I used to work there, blah blah blah. And I think he knows. He's someone who like knows Jim Lee and maybe talks to him every once in a while. They're not like the best of friends or anything, but like they talk every once in a while. I think former employee kind of thing. And the guy has money, so I think he has money, or he's made some money off some of the art and things like that. He got lucky, he got some production stuff, or he comes from money or something. There's something there. I don't know all the details, but the dude's a prick. I once said something in on the Wildstorm group. I think I left it after that because the guy was just. It wasn't just me. He was like that with everybody, or a lot of people in there. I was like, didn't this or this happen? He's like, yeah, that happened, but it was like this, blah blah blah. Before you start posting things like that, because I asked it as a question, not as a permanent statement. Like, yeah, make sure you get your facts right so you don't give misinformation. I wasn't giving I was asking a question. I was just like, okay, whatever, man. I don't care enough to deal with you. But part of what I said was half right. It wasn't all just talking out of my ass. And of course, with the guy working at Wildstorm, of course he's gonna know. That's why I asked. I was like, you might know this. Can you give us more info? And of course, he had the tea. He had all the tea. Let's see. Yeah, read that one already. Yeah, so it looks like Sheldon Martin's more informed than I am on that. Yeah, I just remember on some of the Twitch streams back in the day, like after all that stuff, he's like, "Yeah, people were selling it on eBay. I figure I'll just give them to you guys here on the Twitch and Discord and stop doing that over there. Plus, it's causing a lot of problems." And it was fun while it lasted. Another one down. Yeah. Look at that. Another one down. So I'm hoping by the end of the week I'll have these all done. The channel's going to be full of Batman thumbnails for a week. I'm trying to break it up and do other stuff. Tonight, we got the Hump Day show Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The Hump Day show, yeah. Oh God, that's extra loud. What happened? It got cranked up, and I didn't do it. So let's see here. Yeah, the Hump Day show tonight. Go check it out, everybody. from if you're available, if you're awake. I know people work and stuff, so 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's here on the channel. It's called the Hump Day Show. We draw, talk, and make comics. Well, work on comic books. Kind of the same thing I'm doing right here, but this is like a different project. But we got Marcus Kelligrew, the co-host of that show, along with Dale A. And then other friends who jump along and want to hang out, are more than welcome to come hang out. Make arte with us. But we usually talk about, just what's going on in the scene, and we talk about making our own comics. We catch up on artwork that we're making either for other people, commissions. Like Marcus is often working on stuff that he's doing commissioned work for other people, and Dale is constantly, the last couple of times, actually the last 3 or 4 months, it seems like he's been working on writing his latest issue of Vampire Sodality, or his new vampire book. I can't remember, but he's been working on his writing, and also sketching in instead of digital, sketching in real life on paper, drawing and sketching on paper, which is awesome. Because he's usually he's a digital guy, but he's trying to move over into doing some real drawing, real life artwork, not just in the cloud, in the air, in the ethereum of nothing. In the ethereum of nothing. Yeah, so I'm practicing these last couple of Batman sketches that I sketched out. I'm trying to practice on the silhouette of a Batman. And also, I love drawing the big ears, Kelly Jones style. I've never been a huge fan of the big ears until I started doing these little sketches and being like, you know what? Kelly Jones had the badass big ears, and I love Kelly Jones back in the day. I mean, he's really awesome. He's a modern day version of Bernie Wrightson. Sorry. Yeah, he's great. He's great, and he's still around. Kelly Jones is awesome. He had a huge impact too on Batman too, so props to the Kelly Jones, who's still with us, thank the Lord. He just did a Kickstarter like a year or two ago. But anyways, Nightfall, he worked on Nightfall. He's done a ton of Batman, but he's done a lot of work over the years, period. Like he's just that talented of an artist. Like I said, he's a modern day Bernie Wrightson, he totally is inspired and influenced by Bernie Wrightson. It's like a crib style, exaggerated a little bit. Well, yeah, very. Like he draws all the characters bigger, lankier, muscular, or exaggerated rather than hyper realistic. Or a little more cartoony and exaggerated. But in that Wrightson style, which is so weird and awesome. Kelly Jones. Yeah, I met him once or twice. I know I have some comics autographed by him because I've met him at least once at a con. Might have been twice, so I can't remember. Once you start doing conventions and you like even as a kid and you go to a couple of them, like within 2 or 3 years, you go to like 3 or 4 or 5. They start blurring into each other, so it's like I can't remember them all. And you get in so many lines, and you meet so many artists, and you wake up real early to get in line for certain guys. And then like you go to the cons, and every once in a while there's a table with like an artist, and they're like a really good artist. And you're like, there's nobody around, and it's just like, oh, can I bring my comics for you to sign? And they're like, yeah, bring them all. And they sign all of them for you. It's like that's when I met Dwayne Turner he was just sitting there. It was I think it was Sunday, and he had bigger lines earlier in the day and like the day before. But at the end of the Sunday, he was just hanging out. He was just sketching. He had nobody around. I'm like, hey, how's it going? You're Dwayne Turner, right? As a little kid, I might have been like 16, 17, something like that. He's like, yeah, man, you drew Cage and you drew Spawn and all this. And he's like, yeah, that's me. He's like, which one do you like the best? I was like, oh, man, I really like the Cage cover and Cage #1. He's like, oh, thanks, man. And so it's like, hey, can I bring a couple of comics for you to sign? He's like, yeah, man, bring them all. I'll sign them all for you. He was just excited to talk to somebody for a little while because he was bored. And I was like, oh my God, you're black. He's like, yeah, I'm black. No, I didn't say that as a kid, but I was thinking that as a kid. It was like, oh God, he's black. And he was really young. I think he was like 22 at the time, maybe 22. Or he looked really young. I can't remember. He might have been a little bit older. All right, so we got Batmans and Batmans and Batmans. Let's see, what else do we got over here? I think I have 10 sketched out here. I know I sketched out like 6 or 8 last night. So those are done. So here's one, very graphic-y one. I was like, oh, let me do designery Batmans. And there's a sideways one. And then there's another face one with teeth. So I'm trying to do the black silhouette type thing. Another sideways one with a little bit of a black silhouette. More designy one, again like this one here. And yeah, still being designy. Sideways profile, like a clean one. This one probably won't. Yeah, might splatter. I don't know. All right, folks. With that, I think we're gonna get out of here. We're progressing along on our Batman 50 for 50. And like I said, I might give half of them away at a con, and the other half will go here on the channel. And so we got 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. So we need 12 more. Man, that's a lot. I'm only doing, let's say, about 4 a day, 4 to 6 a day. Man, I gotta get faster at these. Each one's taking me like 30 minutes to ink, which sucks. Yeah. Oh man, I forgot to make clips, create highlight reels. Damn it. Throughout the show. Son of a gun. And I used to have a post-it that would remind me. But then I started using it to mask stuff off when I splatter, and now I don't know where the post-it went. It's somewhere in the stack over here of crap that I have. So let's put these in order, and then we'll get out of here. 27, 28. Here's 26. 29, 30. So 27, 28, 29, 30. Should be dry enough. Let's see. And then we got to put these back in order here. Let's see here. 18, 20, 23, 24. These are the newer ones here. So 25. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Okay. So these are all done. And I gotta scan like all these new ones. I think I have all the old ones scanned. But now that since I didn't splatter any of the old ones, so I don't have to rescan these. But I really like the sideways one. He just looks like bored. Like, oh God, I'm so bored. This one's great too. Like, oh God, I have to deal with this again. Yeah, I like these profile ones, which I totally ripped off of Jim Lee. I was referencing Jim Lee, trying to draw the side profile, copying him. But yeah, the rest are just like these new ones I'm just totally making up. Based on these old ones and based on just nonsense. And the ones with the big ears, obviously looking at the Bob Kane logo. And then the long ears, like these, looking at Kelly Jones stuff, kind of roughly, vaguely. Like I look at something, I'm like, okay, then I just sketch it out as fast as possible without looking at it again, you know. And then I was like, these I'm thinking of Toddy when I'm doing like the designy ones. I kind of think of Todd a little bit, and truthfully, like the silhouettes and the outlines of Kelly Jones. They make a good like super all designing things. Anyways, so we leave these out. We put these back. And that's gonna be it for today, folks. I appreciate you all immensely. Let's see. I think there's one more comment here. We got two. Viscero. Let's see. Sheldon says you need to get your facts straight before asking questions, Homer. No gay questions. Yes, yes, yes. I understand, sir. I understand. 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 Wax on, wax up. Up, down. Side, side. I understand, sir. Thank you, Sheldon. You're amazing. Let's see. Yeah. Side, side. Down. Up, down. Side, side. Wax on. Wax off. Yes, sir, Mr. Miyagi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Konnichiwa, arigato gozaimasu. Robato. Robato. Kuchika. Kuchika. Nagasaki. 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 Give me saki saki. Oh, shits. Shits. Let's see, Barrio, I can't, Vishnu Barrio. Hello, my brother from another mother. Drawing of the OG Bruce Wayne. The Bruce Wayne. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Sheldon continued and says, when you went to the cons, did you show any of the artists your portfolios? You know what? I was a kid back then, and I didn't really have a portfolio. I did draw a little bit, and I would show. They were just nice, right? Like, oh yeah, oh wow, you've got talent, keep it up, you know. And I never thought of showing the stuff till like I was in college later, because I didn't. I like comics, but I never really thought of it like I never thought I could really get a job making comics, because you really can't. It's too exclusive too. You got to make your own. Like you got to do indie comics, right? Like that's the easiest way to get actual real work, because it shows you can do it. And I never made my own comic other than like the ash can. Like in high school, I made a glitch ash can with a buddy of mine, and I have like 2 copies of it somewhere, but they're stored. And it's the original first pages of Glitch, and it's the first 6 pages. I think maybe 6, 8 pages. So I did 6 or 8 pages, and my buddy did 6 to 8 pages, and it was a flip book. And we made, I want to say we made 100 copies, maybe 50 copies, and we gave them away to all our high school friends. And we did the copies at my dad's work. They had a really nice Xerox machine. It was 1994. It was my junior year of high school. Maybe my senior year. It was 95 or 96. I can't remember. No, it had to be my junior year, because me and this guy, we didn't hang out senior year at all. Because he was better than me, and he went off to make new friends who were all drug addicts. He started hanging out with seniors. Well, no, we were seniors, but he started hanging out with all these people who like to do more than just the Mary Jane, and he was off doing harder drugs that I wasn't gonna mess with at all. So, and he just started becoming an alcoholic. And this is a senior, right? I mean, we were all seniors. We were 18, you know. And it's just like, dude, what are you doing, man? Anyways. So it had to be junior year. We learned how to, paginate all the pages, because you have to figure out, what goes what. So when you fold it, they all fit in the right place. So we did that. We got it all right. We made all our master sheets, and then we ran copies. And I think we did 100, because we gave away 100 at school. He got 50 and I got 50. Or it might have been a total of 50 and we had 25 each. And we basically gave all of them away. Except he kept some and I kept two and I think he kept whatever he kept. But so there's high school friends that might still have it. I don't know. So, but anyways, yeah. So that's better off to have that kind of stuff. And after that, once I got into college and stuff, life happens, and I didn't go to a whole lot more comic book conventions. Too poor and all that stuff, and got to pay for college, and got busy with life and getting married, and discovering ladies, the women's, and banging and smanging. You know how it goes, but still making lots of art. And by then I'd gotten into painting and the delusion of becoming a painter and going to New York and then becoming a professor of art and working at a university, college, all that good stuff. But then, you get the taste of the poo-tang, and so you start on the poo-tang hunt, and you finally find some poo-tang you want to stick to, and you get married and you try to have babies, and then they want security, so you go get a job. So I got alternative certifications to do public school teaching, and got a high school position, which was awesome. I did 1 year of middle school. It was horrible. And then after COVID, I tried to do a middle school again, and I'm like, no way, I don't want to do this. Hell no. These kids are horrible human beings. Yeah, I'd rather quit this forever and never go back to teaching, because this is horrible. And these people are disgusting human beings. And the place I was at was disgusting too. They're a horrible fucking cover up, under the rug, weirdos. Oh, nothing bad ever happens here. And yeah, they had lots of problems. I'm like, I gotta get away from this place where they sucker you in. Yeah, all the teachers were afraid of all the craziness. Yeah, it was a bad place, not a good place. All. Oh God. What? Okay, good. Wow. Yeah, sorry, it's an ad. But yeah, it was. I had to get out of there. It's too dangerous. Too dangerous. Let's see. Good day, fellas and fellas, says Willie. Good to see you, Willie. Appreciate you, buddy. One Gun says, damn it, the red pill keeps bringing me back. Yeah, appreciate you, one. Let's see. Willie says, dude, those fucking bags on. Is that a good compliment? I don't know what that means. But thank you. I was like, bang on, bang. Oh, okay, that's a good thing. Appreciate you, bud. So yeah, these are kind of just the sketches. Yeah. So thank you, Jediah. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. I'll see y'all in a little while. Oh, I'll be back at about 4:30. Yeah, because we'll do another episode of the what o'clock clock block, which formerly known as the 4 o'clock clock block. And originally this show was called the 4 o'clock cock block, but YouTube didn't like the word cock because I was talking about roosters, but they thought I was talking about wieners. And that's not the case. I was talking about roosters, but I just changed it to the what o'clock clock block because it's funny too, and it still has the innuendo. It's just a stupid funny name for wieners. Ha ha ha. We're guys, the majority of us, and wiener jokes are funny, and wiener innuendos are hilarious as well. Let's see. Willie says, "I'm just out of bed and only one coffee. Forgive me." No worries. You're good. Yeah. I'm having a little cafecito as well. Dude, I saw that photo of your stomach, dude. I hope everything gets better, dude. Keep Willie in your prayers. He's got some tummy problems, and he's getting it all worked out. So hopefully he'll get back to being able to smoke that crack and eat all the good foods. But no crack smoking. Just the Mary Jane for the pain and the lulls and the munchies. Say no to hard drugs, kids. Say no to drugs, period. They'll ruin your life. Unless you're trying to expand your third eye, or I don't have any problems with marijuana. I think it's fine. But I do love ideas of like shrooms, things you can't get addicted to, right? Like that's the main thing. Stay away from opiates, heroin, cocaine, crack. Stay away from all that shit, all the synthetic stuff too. But I am super interested in peyote, opium, ayahuasca. I think that's the main three, and mushrooms, yeah. Because anything trying to expand your third eye, connecting to God, um, seeing the fourth and fifth dimension. I'm all interested in that stuff. I think it could lead to greater consciousness, and I think it's a fascinating experience. And there's something to be learned there. You know, it leads to higher forms of thinking. So I hope, and it's not just escapism, right? Because I think. Look, every once in a while, going and having a couple of beers and drinking and then having a little fun is fun. But if you do it all the time to escape your reality, you probably have issues and there's a problem. And that leads to alcoholism, abuse of substances, blah, blah, blah. But like if you're doing, like I said, ayahuasca or peyote, things like that to expand your mind. But if you start doing it all the time, then at the same time, doesn't that become like the same thing as... like self-medicating or identifying a problem of substance abuse or whatever, right? Anyways, things that make you smarter, expand your mind. Like there was that one movie where the guy takes a pill and he gets everything done and gets smarter. Oh man, if we had that, I love it. But magic pills don't exist. Let's see. Remember what Yoda says Willie. When you start down the dark path, oh yeah. Let's see, indeed, say no to drugs and there'll be more for me. Let's see, I'm on the mend. Awesome, glad to hear it. Tell them to get plucked. Yeah. When you start down the dark path, yeah. Do it, do not, there is no try. All right, folks, we'll see you in a little while. Appreciate you all immensely. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Again, if you get a chance, try to help out Batmerk out there. Also, check out Jediah's YouTube channel. Subscribe to him. Of course, check out Sheldon Martin's Occult Descent over on Kickstarter if you get a chance. And check out all the awesome artists in the chat too, like One Gun. He's a really good artist. Sheldon's a really good artist. Jediah, The Will, they're all really great artists, man. So go check them all out. And if you're looking for an Aussie who's got a lot of cool vids of Australia and all his spiders and centipedes, go check out It's Just Willie now. He's got a cool YouTube channel with a bunch of stuff. I'm watching all his shorts here shortly. I watched all his long videos. The 3 he has, I watched them all. But he shows you the outback and things over in Australia, and he seems like a really good Aussie dude. So go check out his channel as well. Oh, Will, let me give you a shield wrench so you can drop links next time. Let's see, add as a mod, give you a standard mod, save, and now you can drop links to your YouTube channel if you want, Will, or cool things if you want to share them. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Appreciate you immensely. Have a good day. We'll be back at about 4:30. And then again, the hump day as 8 p.m. To 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the shorts, man. Ah, dude. No, absolutely. You got cool stuff. I'll give you some watch time. And go sub to people too in the chat. They're all awesome. Bye, guys. We'll see you later. Take care.